Um, okay, so attendance, Eric, Liz, Mark, Barry, and Dana. And then the minutes. Do we look at the minutes? I found a few typos. Anyone else look at the minutes?
I'm looking at them now.
I'm pretty sure Lillian is misspelled, needs another L. And Redness, I believe, is misspelled. I'm not sure.
Redness should be REDNISS.
Or I didn't print it, so I'm not, it might be REDNESS, whatever. How is it spelled? Since I'm the ink miser and didn't print it.
Oh, they have it as readiness.
Oh, yeah, that's.
So
okay.
REDNESS.
And I'm not sure about Carafino's spelling, but that's all I saw.
And you're right, Lillian should have 3 L's in total.
Yes. I guess we're also missing Tom.
Let me just check one thing before we move
Okay.
on, before we move off of the
Minutes.
let's see, just give me a sec here. Redness should be REDNISS.
Okay. Other than that, I think everything looked good.
So I move to accept the rules as amended. The
minutes.
the
Yeah.
minutes, the
Yeah.
minutes.
The minutes, and I guess I can second that. And what's next? Public participation?
No, we have to vote.
Oh, vote. Okay. Do we all accept the minutes? I do.
As amended.
Liz
Yes.
and Barry, and I don't know if Mark was Mark. Yes. Okay, that's unanimous. Accepting the minutes. So that's that. And next up, help me out here. Is it public participation? I'm not sure.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anyone here from the public to participate?
Well, we're here from Lockwood Masters Museum.
Okay. You're up for, you have a slot coming up, so.
Thank you.
No public participation at this point. And Eric, my seeing eye agenda person, what is up next?
Committee reports.
Okay, committee reports, which is usually Diane is first.
I'm here. Good evening, everybody. As most of you know, we're in the middle of our haunting at Mill Hill. Last weekend, Friday, Saturday night, it's going really well. Thank you to everybody who's helping out, especially Mark. You've been great. Kids been enjoying it. This weekend will be our last weekend, so Friday and Saturday night. If you haven't come, this is our 12th season, so please come on. And we have an extended tour. We added a 9:30 where we're actually bringing people down towards the jail. and telling stories down there, and people are really enjoying that. And then bring them back up to hear the other stories in the rest of the cemetery. So that seems to be working and delighting everybody. Let's see, last month, we had the Cloak and Dagger, the espionage during American Revolution by Eric Chandler. Wonderful presentation. And we had that in person at Mill Hill. So coming up after October, so everything's all encompassing with the haunting in October. But starting on November 10th, we're going to actually do a virtual lecture on November 10th. And it is the history of the Star Spangled Banner. So it's just before Veterans Day, so I thought it would be appropriate. And the speaker is Ed Hines. Some of you may know him. A lot of people know him from doing the Danbury Raid presentation. He grew up in Wilton. He's local, great presenter. So we're all looking forward to that. So again, that's going to be on November 10th at 6:30. It's virtual. And we're also going to continue with another virtual going into December. I can't believe we're going to the holidays. December 1st, it's going to be a presentation on the history and folklore of Santa Claus. Something kind of fun, includes the family, and it's going to be presented by Laura Keys. And she really is remote. She actually lives in Illinois. And she's a librarian. Library director out in Illinois, but she does this as her side gig, and she's really good. So we're all really looking forward to that. That's going to be on Thursday, December 1st. And to end the year, we're going to have a holiday open house at Mill Hill. So we're back at that. I remember we did a year ago and then we had to shut down. So hopefully that's not going to be a repeat. And we're going to be good. So so that's going to be coming up. So right now, everything's looking good. The Little Red Schoolhouse program with the new exhibit, we're really able to do on the tours almost year round, because we've been just doing a lot of stuff in the fall. We are been engaging the homeschoolers, so they've been very excited to come. So we also have a group next month coming over to the museum. So we've expanded our offerings that we can do. So just look out. There'll be more as we're getting back into the swing of things. And again, we're also doing virtual, so that has opened up another avenue. But for now, we're still waiting for our kitchen is almost done in the museum. Almost. It's getting there. We are also the jail location. They were working on it today. I was over there meeting someone and they were actually working on the patio again. So so that work continues. And Darren's been working on the collections, the museum collection, and working with the committee, what we keep. There's some things that are being deaccessioned that do not belong in our collection. So that's going pretty well. But that's it. That's all I have for tonight. Is there any questions?
What was the date for the open house again?
It's going to be, December 11th. It's going to be Sunday afternoon, 1 to 4. And we usually do that in partnership with a giving to a organization. We just haven't picked the one that we're going to do. You'll hear about it because it's free, but bring a donation.
Okay. Yep. Great. Thanks, Diane.
Welcome.
Okay. So Lockwood Matthews Mansion is up next.
All right. Hello, everyone. It's been a very busy month at the Lockwood Matthews with student tours. By the time the month closes, we will have had 300 students attending our educational tours. Tomorrow, we're opening we have an opening reception for the new exhibition called Hues of Freedom. You're all invited to the reception. I hope you can make it. It's a very interesting exhibition, a take on freedom and how artists interpret it. It's very eclectic, and we are featuring artists from throughout Connecticut and the Tri-State area. The gala was very successful. We had several dignitaries, including Mayor and Mrs. Reeling, Senator Duff, Senator Blumenthal came. We had reenactments from the notables of the era, and it was a very successful fundraising event. We have started with the Halloween tours, which are booked solid. People are calling us, and we just cannot serve all the people that call us to make reservations. On November 21st, the holiday exhibit will open. While the exhibition Making It Last: Sustainable Fashion in Victorian America, sponsored by Connecticut Humanities, which has been featured in more than 100 media outlets across the US, has done really well, and it's closing next week. So if you haven't seen it, please come and visit. Finally, I'm working on venues to keep our programs going in 2023, when we will be closed for construction, which you will hear very soon where we're at. Rhonda Keast, the director of Stepping Stones, was very generous. She offered us her wonderful conference room for 4 lectures in the spring and early summer. And so we're very excited about that. And we continue to look at other venues for other programs, exhibits, and lectures. Thank you. If you have any questions. All right, Robert.
Hello, everyone. I'm Robert Cavello. I'm acting as the mansion's owner's rep for the project and project manager. As Susie touched on, we are planning to close the mansion for a period of about 18 months. So I thought I'd just bring you quickly up to speed on where we are, really where we've been and where we are now, and how we got there. And we also have John Wazalewski, our architect, and of course Doug Hempstead is here too, that could add in. But I just want to maybe bring you up to speed, and forgive me if you know this information, but I just thought everyone should know this. Since I've been brought on, we went out and solicited bids for our construction manager, and we selected a Consigli Construction last fall. And since Consigli has been on board, they've been working hand in hand with the mansion and with the design team on kind of refining the scope for the project, including we did some test probes that helped us explore inside the building to see what challenges we will have during construction. So the design team could then incorporate that information into our bid documents. So they've been part of this process now since the fall of last year. Also part of that process is they help develop our construction budget, both a design development budget and a 50% CD budget. We are currently have begun the bid cycle for the project. So we have now soliciting bids through the public process, and we are out to bid, and we've held one pre-bid conference at actually it was 2 events on one day, and we were going to have another 2 event bid preview or bid conference where contractors can come in, see the building, review the plans, and then give them time to ask some questions, what we call RFIs, and then they come back with their bids. Our bid opening is now scheduled for November 17th. So there's a lot of work and activity going on now in the responding to questions we call RFIs. And we are hopeful once we receive those bids that we will have enough trade input, and we'll then develop what we call a guarantee maximum price and start our contractual work with Consigli sometime maybe as early as February of 2023 as a start date. So there's a lot of moving parts. There are a lot of things that have to fall into place. Obviously, the pricing coming in is paramount to the start of the project. So in the meantime, and Doug can probably speak to this, and Susie, the mansion has been
I'm back in, but my speaker's not working.
Now it is. Oh, you can't, can you hear?
we hear you.
Okay.
The mansion will, once the holiday shows and the events that Susie just mentioned come to end, the mansion will then be taking all of their furnishings and artifacts and soliciting movers to empty out the mansion for the construction process. John has worked with the mansion staff and has been working with some of the items of the building that were stored there in the basement for many, many years. Old trim work, slate, glass, and they have assembling all these products to be stored in a container trailer on site during the construction process. So to just to summarize where we are, the bidding is key. Hopefully we'll get our bids in. We will level those bids, and we will develop a guaranteed maximum price, amend our contract with Consigli. The moving process will then commence, and then we will start to mobilize for construction sometime early February of 2023. And from that point on, the mansion will be closed for a minimum of 18-month period.
We have to think of a different verb than close.
Yes.
We're
Right.
re-engineering the mechanicals in the building. That's what we're doing. So just to add in, first of all, thank you, the commission, for all their support over years, especially recently as we've started down this path a couple of years ago. Just to try and give you an idea of how we're trying to mine the state and the city's money, our estimates, which are still being revised for basically remove everything from the building as required, pack it up, store it, bring it back and open it up, is well north of $500,000, well north. So, and I work with Patsy, and we know Patsy Brush's tenacity. So, and I tend to be a little sometimes mindful of dollars too. Don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise. We're exploring all the other options that we have. We have some items that actually belong to the City of Norwalk's collection. We may have to segregate a separate storage. We have sinks from the old laundry facility. I think there are some wrought iron fencing, etc., which are not part of the mansion's collection, but are stored on site. We have to empty everything out, especially in the basement. We are diligently pursuing every little option that we can to cut our costs of packing up and moving. I won't go into all the options, but one of what they brought up is we maybe have 2 trailers that we can store items that we've had John go through and make sure we're okay to put on trailers and sort some items out. We're going through part of our deaccession evaluation also from items and finding out what's actually part of the collection, what's not, because there are items that are earmarked that probably aren't relevant anymore to the building and not part of our original collection. So we're looking at every opportunity to cut our moving costs down, for sure. And the team that between Robert and John and Consigli, we certainly are looking at alternate means and methods of doing things to cut hopefully some of the physical costs of doing the construction work. But again, thank you all for your support.
Thanks, Doug.
Anybody, any questions for the team at all?
Does John still need to speak? I just want to
Hi.
add at this point.
Hello,
Oh,
everyone.
okay.
Yeah, no, how are you? Only to say that, since I think the last time we made a presentation was probably back in the spring. Nothing on the scope of work has changed from that time. I can run you through that again, but I don't want to, if you have questions, but honestly, nothing in terms of the scope of what we're doing has altered since we last presented it to you. Everybody is working together as a team. I think we have a good team in place. We're very excited about the prospect of finally moving forward, and we're getting, it's really roll up your sleeves and get dirty time, because a week ago I was down in the basement with Patsy and Mike the handyman, sorting through pieces of wood to figure out what was and wasn't actually from the building, and what needed to be saved and what could be deacquisitioned, and we're getting to that point. So it's very exciting to see the progress, and we're very optimistic for everything that's going to come. But if you have any questions that are specific about scope of work, we'd be happy to address them.
And knowing also, I'm sorry, it wasn't mentioned, but we meet on a weekly basis on a Zoom call with all the players from the state on a weekly, and historical groups, and that every Monday. And we have probably for at least the last year, I would say, Robert, if not longer.
Yes,
Everybody's on board, so everybody's well communicated with. So I think that's important too.
that's correct. We have both
Yeah,
DEC
to that
and
point.
SHPO attending our meetings on a monthly basis.
Yeah, there's been close collaboration with the State Historic Preservation Office. They've thoroughly reviewed the documents. We've walked them through the building multiple times. So they've looked closely at what we're doing to make certain that it's in alignment with the Secretary of State's standards for the historic preservation and within the state's guidelines as well. So we are poised and ready to go.
Great. Any other questions from the commission? Oh. Okay, thanks a lot.
We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So next up is buildings. Now David can't be here tonight. And again, Diane already mentioned that the kitchen is still having some delays and some problems with the jail, but maybe they were working on that today. So that's all I could report for buildings, unless anyone has any questions that I can forward to him while he's away. And that means no financials either tonight. Cemeteries, I know Pine Island has some new trees that came from the Tree Alliance. Looks like some nice little ornamental trees will be going in, or winterberry, I think. I forget what else is going in. And what else is up on our new business? Old business? I can't remember. Mr.
Old business.
Any old business do we have?
I'm feeling old.
Well, yeah, aren't we all? I guess we don't have any old business.
That's new business.
And it's new business. Now, Tom isn't here. What was our new business? I know at some point we're going to have to talk about the demolition delay. 17 Isaac Street, just want to say that Jason Milligan put in an objection to having that torn down, but then he withdrew it. I don't know what he has in mind, but he's Jason Milligan.
Eric will remain strangely silent.
One other thing for these coming up soon. I'll need one other commissioner to help me out for going over these bids, which opens tomorrow, the bids for Lockwood Matthews Mansion. And then a staff member at Lockwood, which is, so who is gonna be, I'll just pull some cards. Who's gonna be the lucky person to help me out on approving the bids that are coming in within a few weeks? Nobody? I don't see any hands raised.
When are they coming in?
I think it's all gonna be done by November 17th, he said. I'm not sure. Again, David will get me the specifics. I think it opens tomorrow for bidding officially for the mansion. We could talk about that later then.
Dana, what do you need? You just need somebody to help you review them?
Yeah, I'm not sure if we have to be there in person either, but again, just going over to make it official. And again, I'm not sure what's entailed. So when I get some more information, I can send out emails on this.
That's,
Okay,
that's
I-
probably
Day,
best.
is it at night?
I'm not sure, but it looks like Liz just volunteered to help.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
so,
help.
okay, so Liz will help out with that. Is that all we have now? I guess.
Seems like,
I fell down earlier this afternoon on a stupid thing in Ridgefield and my camera broke, so I'm a little upset about that as well as this. But
are you okay?
yes, I'm with the bruise will ripen tomorrow or someday, but this elbow is a little.
Oh, wow.
Dana, can
yeah.
I ask a question since
Mhm.
Susie is still on? What,
Yeah.
can you give any more background about what's involved with the bids? Is there anything specific or?
Again, I don't know. It has to probably do with all these contractors coming in with they're going to be
Okay.
working, I guess, with Consigli. So what they're going to be doing.
Okay,
That yeah.
that's fine. No, I'd be
You know,
happy.
will the project manager be involved in that process too?
I imagine.
Yeah.
So someone from the museum, possibly Susie, and us too.
Okay,
So
Yeah, but you really need the project manager.
yeah, I know that David is away, but he's Mr. on the ball. So and Susie must know this as well. So
Well,
Yeah.
Robert Cavella, I'm sure, will be involved.
okay,
Yeah,
is he officially the project manager? If I
yeah,
understand?
he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And oh, just a sidebar, did everyone watch Mr. Harrigan's phone?
Mhm. Yes,
I didn't
absolutely.
I didn't
I
like
saw it.
the kid dragging the chair in the library though. That was a little nerve-wracking.
But the floors were beautiful. You
Yeah,
got to see
Oh,
the
yeah.
floors totally
Yeah.
uncovered. I mean, that really, I was awed. Oh, and the movie was okay.
yeah,
The mansion makes the movie.
yes.
The
Yes, there you
mansion
go.
makes the movie, exactly. Thanks, Phil. That's
You can
how
use
I
that
feel.
quote.
Okay. Any movie with a mansion in it.
That's right.
Okay, so I think we're at the end.
I have a,
Or what? Oh, yes, Eric?
I have a non-commissioned question for you,
Okay.
Dana.
Yes.
Did you get my email about that program at St. Paul's in Mount Vernon?
I don't think I have, but I've actually been there. Did you send it to DF Laird or Dana Fuller Laird?
I think Dana Fuller Laird.
Okay. I'll have to look because there's so much other stuff coming in. It's hard to keep track, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
What day is that?
Hang on a sec.
Okay.
Not that I want to waste everybody's time on this, but let me look at my sent emails. What it is, they're having a speaker come in who talks on cemeteries, the meaning behind gravestones, And like that there. I'll have to look for, I'll have to send it
Okay.
to you again, I guess,
Yeah,
but look for it.
yeah, that is on the National Historic Register, if I remember correctly, and it's in
Yes,
sort of in an odd little spot,
yes.
but it's a very interesting cemetery.
Yeah, I'll actually be speaking there in November.
Okay, great.
So anyway,
Back to our regularly scheduled program. Is it time to sign off, perhaps? Or if I'm
ooh,
not too over eager?
hang on just a sec, because I can tell you, I sent it to dflaird@optonline.net.
Oh, okay. I'll check that out. They also have their own sort of agenda about what I get and what I don't get.
Anyway, the talk is hybrid. It's live and Zoom.
Great.
Okay. Motion to adjourn?
Oh, why not?
I move.
We have to vote? I forget. Why can't I remember this?
Yes.
I'll
Need a
second.
second.
Lisa did too, yeah.
All in favor of adjourning? I'm assuming it's unanimous. I can't, where's Lisa? Yes. Oh, she's got her hand up. Okay. See you next time.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have
a good night.
Next month.
Oh, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow night at the mansion.
Yes, that'd be great.
And
Thank
Lisa
you.
and I have a
Looking
good
forward
excuse for
to it.
not missing that we're not being at the gala, so. Next-
Yes, then come tomorrow. You'll make
Okay.
up for it.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Okay.
Right.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
everyone.